vaccines in that jungle? All right. Welcome back, everyone. We all know the topic of vaccines can be a tricky one, but should your choice on the matter cost you your job? Well, about 50 employees of a hospital in Minnesota were fired after refusing to get the flu shot. Essentia Health told all of its nearly 14,000 employees that they must get the shot as a way of keeping patients from getting sick. Joining me for Real Talk discussion today, lifestyle expert Nisa Green, comedian Hank Denson, and author Dina Babel. Welcome, guys. Thank you. Got the flu. Hank's got the
Nobody
flu.
said I had to have a flu shot to come here.
We let him in.
Flu shot to be
You
on
come
this
here?
round. Yes.
Get on out of here. I quit.
Okay, listen, we posted this on our Facebook page earlier, and my girlfriend is a physician for Essentia Health, and she just sent me this text. She said, typically in the past, the flu shot was voluntary. 70 to 80% of employees would get the flu shot anyway. This year, they made it mandatory unless you had a religious or medical exemption. We're trying to protect patients. It makes sense to me and a lot of healthcare workers, but I think people are objecting to is the mandate on it. The reaction has been, don't tell me what to do with her body. She said her secretary, who was fired, said, I will not put a foreign substance in my body. And others feel like if they mandate this, what else will they tell me to do? It's been a very hot topic
They're
around
putting
here.
the chip in the flu shot.
They're putting a chip in you.
Can you believe it? What do you guys think?
Let me say this.
Sure.
Hank and I are both previously in the medical field,
Yes.
and 36,000 people die a year from the flu, which is a big deal.
Whoa.
Sure.
But I think if you're in the medical field, they make you get, vaccinated because they don't want you to spread it or give it out.
Right.
But
Right.
it takes 2 weeks, so you have to get the flu shot early enough for the antibodies to start in your system.
Right.
So if you wait till when the flu's here, it's not going to really do the job.
It's not going to do any. It's
But
just,
in a hospital, they want to make sure that the people coming in the people that work there aren't spreading the flu. But what about, Bobby, Joe, and Sue that walk in that have the flu?
Right.
So
Right.
that's the argument.
Well, this
Right.
is so weird to me because I would just assume that being in the medical field, why would they even have to make it mandatory? You guys wouldn't do that anyway?
No,
like all
no,
the
no.
nurses and doctors. What?
okay, me and my barber were just talking about it. She said, you're medical, Hank. Well, how do you explain it? Okay, nosocomial rate is the level of what happens when you go to an actual facility.
Okay.
There's hospitals that you can go to the facility healthy and end up more sick.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
of the
Because of
facility.
infection.
And it's a nosocomial rate. A lot of hospitals use that as to help their nosocomial rate higher.
Yeah.
And it's an insurance reason.
Okay.
I was thinking, my thing is, I don't have to get the flu shot, but I worked in orthopedics, so it was a little bit different than it was day stay. What I say is, you get the flu shot, and it didn't make sense to me, and I was thinking about it. You get the flu shot to not get the flu. But majority of the times when you get the flu shot, you end up with the flu. So am I going to get fired when I get the shot and I get sick anyways? I mean, it's...
Right. Well, you get the flu shot, and then it only protects against certain strains of the flu. And
Right.
every time after you get the flu shot,
Exactly.
they say, oh, it only covers strand 2 and 6. It
Yeah.
doesn't cover
Right.
Well, and they're
strand
guessing
1
the
through 5.
strands.
Because the
They
flu
don't even
is
know the
ready.
strand.
Like
Right.
the flu come out every year like, oh, they think they got me. They ain't got me this year because I'm still knocking people down. Because it's terrible. You stand there and you did all this stuff and you're sick from the flu shot, and then another strand of flu
Comes in.
that-
Comes
it comes out.
Okay.
You didn't know it was coming?
So, yes or no, should it be mandated?
For medical workers, I believe yes.
Yes.
I agree.
I say hospitals.
Right.
I don't think more says internal medicine, yes. Pediatrics, yes. But a lot of the other stuff, like you're going in to get some Botox, I don't think everybody needs to get a daggone.
Right.
You know
I
what I mean?
would say, though,
Flu
Kira,
shot.
if you're
Yes.
immunocompromised.
Got the needles out. I'm just-
Okay.
So if you're compromised already because you're a sick child or a geriatric patient,
Yeah.
you're already immunocompromised, those people definitely need a flu
Yes.
shot.
Okay, regarding the people that got fired, Van on our Facebook page, he says, the hospital can say what it likes, but I still think there is something illegal about this, and I'm sure that lawsuits are forming as we speak. So,
yes.
can they sue?
Yes,
I mean,
they can. Because
I guess they can do whatever they want.
Well, I mean, they don't break. Well, a lot of people, why they don't want the flu is because they break down what's in the flu shot. And a lot of people are like, yo, I don't want that in my body.
Yes.
They were saying there's traces of mercury and all kinds of other stuff in the
Yeast, all
actual flu
kinds
shot. Yeah, pine sol, I heard at one point. I'm joking. I'm joking.
He's clean from the inside out.
But it's the preservatives that keep medicines. You know, they make it in vats, and then it's like, okay, we got to send it all over the place. It's the preservative that's really bad for us.
Right.
And
We don't trust what people are telling us or in the
Yeah.
vaccine. That's the whole issue.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
trust
true.
issue.
Sure.
That's true.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm married to a medical professional, and he says the same thing. He's like, everybody should get their flu shot.
Yes.
But you can't, I mean, the things that
agree.
people are putting in your body anyway? Like, are we going to be picky about a little mercury if it's going to save our lives? I don't know.
Yeah.
You got mercury in
sushi.
They have it in
Well,
sushi too.
That's true. If
Put it
you're
like
still
this.
walking around with those mercury
There's
fillings,
so many
you might as
things that
well.
we
I don't
eat
know.
now. There's so many things in the air, water, all the
Right.
stuff we do. I'm really picky about it when it comes to my kids. Like, there's certain stuff that I just don't want my son in his body because he's already compromised. Kids are so compromised from what they put in their foods.
Yes.
And then I'm giving him something that's compromising him more. Like, so when he gets to a point where he really needs an antibiotic because they put so much antibiotics in chicken
Sure.
and all other food, is the antibiotic I'm giving him going to work?
But what if your kid
That's
was
a
going to a
serious
school
issue,
where
I
they
think.
said he can't come
Just
unless he
give
gets a
him
flu
some chicken.
shot?
Oh, he's going to go to another school.
Seriously.
Really?
Yeah, because
Really?
some of the immunizations we skipped on and we were doing natural stuff because the flu shot was making my son so sick. And me and the pediatrician, we go back and forth. And my wife is medical too. And I was like, we cut sugar, we cut stuff he eats because it breaks down to what you're putting in your body. When you go to an emergency room, they put an IV in you first to hydrate you.
Right.
So
Right.
that your body can basically do what it's supposed to do.
Sure.
So if you just drink and stay hydrated in the first place, you're cutting out a lot of the stuff you should do. Like if people are coughing and around me, like I'm on the plane a lot, and I was on the plane and this lady was, and I was just like, yo, and I had to tell her, please, like I lose my voice, I lose my job. Lady, what are you doing?
Right, but again,
Cover
you
your
fly
face.
for part of your job. So again, what if you couldn't fly without getting a flu shot because they don't want you to be the person coughing?
True.
That's too much.
True.
Yeah.
But you got to
Alright.
think about if you're spreading it. But I don't think you should get fired for it. I mean,
Yeah.
don't we live in the United States where you're supposed to be able to make decisions for yourself?
Right.
your own
Well,
body.
I mean, hello?
We
I
had
mean, the
another-
people were
yeah.
coming in here with the Ebola, like people's, and nobody, you know what I mean?
we
Remember
flew
the
them
Ebola?
in. We
I
flew
mean,
them in.
well, Hank, people were being quarantined.
Yeah, when they got here, they were like, hey, he didn't look good. I think he, remember?
That is how they do it.
Everybody had Ebola.
They weren't catching them on the plane. They were coming in, and then they made it to the hospital. And then they were like, oh, he's got
Like,
Ebola.
put a suit on.
But he
Yeah.
already flew on the plane.
That's
Right.
crazy.
But nobody
But
got
is there
it.
personal responsibility with that too, though? I mean, shouldn't that individual be like, I could have Ebola?
That's
Maybe
why
I
I'm
should-
saying,
yeah.
who are the 20% of
Right.
medical professionals that thought they didn't need the flu shot?
Right.
Like,
People,
that they
I'll
had
tell
to.
you who. I'll tell you who.
Her
People
friend.
that have never had the flu. People
Yeah.
that have never had the
Sure.
flu.
Exactly.
Once you are down with the flu,
You don't wanna
you'd be
get
like,
it.
shoot me up. Where
Yeah.
do we need to go?
Right, right.
Because
Okay.
there's a lot of other stuff. You got to get TB stuff. You got to
Yeah.
get hepatitis. There's a lot of stuff as a medical professional
That
you have to
do.
get. That's
Yeah.
a mandatory.
Yearly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Catherine Kim is a medical professional, and she wrote on our Facebook page, I work for a local hospital, and we are strongly urged to get the flu shot. If for some reason you choose not to get it, you're required to wear a mask. So that looks like the solution they worked
Scarlet
on in the past,
letter.
but
I love it.
If you're not, it's not attractive, but you're still allowed to work.
All right, there's people on in the airport walking around with masks all the time. I
that's
just
true.
be like,
Yeah.
I
You
need
know
one.
what?
You got another one?
At my dog's vet, they can't go without getting a flu shot.
Really?
Yes.
The
That's
dog
true.
can get a
Or
flu?
Doggy
They have
daycare.
to.
Dog
That
They
is
have
true.
to get a flu shot. They can't.
That is
They will not
true.
be seen
Wow.
without them having
Yes,
a
you
flu
have to have
shot.
vaccinations.
That's
the doggy
right.
flu is a real thing.
It is. Doggy flu is real.
Really?
Yeah, shout out to Greenbrier Animal Hospital.
Okay.
Yes, they take care of them. But that's the rule.
I
no
did
flu
not know
shot.
that.
Your dogs cannot go in there without having their flu shot.
Really? How
Yes.
much does that cost?
Extra. I know that. I know it's
I don't
extra.
know. I feel like I agree that you should be vaccinated if you're a medical professional. I think that, but I also think you can't discount people's feelings on the matter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my
If
job.
you feel a particular way about it, or
I
your
say
child,
cut my pay. Cut my pay.
or
Well, but listen, if it's a religious belief, like if you come in and you're a certain religion, you say, I don't want to take blood, nobody says anything, right?
true.
Yeah,
That's
true.
But
Right.
if you say, I don't want to have a flu shot because I don't want to put something in my body, then everybody goes crazy. I mean,
right.
what's the
Right.
difference?
All right, you
Yeah.
guys, we have to leave it there. But great insight. We'll see where this goes.
All right.
We'll see if those people get their jobs back. Right, we'll wait and see after this break. You should cough
Yeah.
into your elbow. Into your elbow. It's the proper way.